Hi, my name is Niki Parekh. I'm the former CEO and founder of Suplari, and now I'm an investor and an advisor in the company. Suplari is the nervous system of the enterprise. We started the company. The vision was basically to take all the data that exists in a company and then connect it and then basically use AI to enable executives, managers, analysts to basically automate decision making of the hard decisions at a company. We were and are a leader in using AI for finance and procurement. At the time, Microsoft Dynamics had almost zero AI used in the product. We've been talking to Microsoft as a partner because we integrated with SAP, with Workday, with all the big procure to pay and ERP systems and Oracle. It was all about how do you take all this data, much of which was never used and looked at, and basically make it a core part of the decision making. Microsoft loved that value proposition. We've been talking to them about partnering for about 2 years. Right during the pandemic, they approached us and asked if we were open to an acquisition, and we certainly were open to it at that time, especially given the scale of Microsoft and Microsoft Dynamics. The main thing that changed was a small company called ChatGPT. I don't know if you've heard of it. Microsoft had invested in OpenAI, which makes ChatGPT, I think like pre-pandemic, so it was like 2018 or 19. And then when I think ChatGPT 3.0 came out in November of 2022, I think we could all admit that the world changed pretty dramatically. Microsoft went all in on Copilot. Its big bet for the future of Microsoft is Microsoft Copilot and the implementation of Copilot across every product at Microsoft. What happened internally was that all investment in new products went to Copilot right in November of 22. Suplari was acquired in 2021. In order to be successful at Microsoft, you need to have push button deployment of your product to 400 or 500 data centers around the country, which it effectively involves rebuilding your product from scratch. The great thing about Suplari is we are core to the operation, the finance and procurement operations of 40 or 50 of Microsoft's most strategic customers. So given the fact that Microsoft took most of its investments and pushed them all towards Copilot, cutting out new investments, Microsoft believed like for the betterment of the customers, it's better for us to spin Suplari out as a separate company where it can continue to take care of those customers and can actually continue to innovate as an independent company instead of within the confines of Microsoft. One of the challenges of being acquired by Microsoft is that just a lot of the investment went into being compliant and having security and being able to be deployed across all of Microsoft's data centers. So now as an independent company, Suplari can continue to innovate, serve its customers well, be really close to the customer and the customer problem rather than just focusing on kind of back office security, compliance, and deployments. When you have technology and it's changing so quickly, and we're in this period of rapid change with AI and AI agents, the pattern of success is completely unknown. If somebody said, hey, we're just going to create ChatGPT again and compete, like they probably wouldn't be successful because OpenAI, Claude, Gemini, to Google's credit, are innovating so fast. It's really hard for a large company to organize and focus. Here, the patterns are changing so much, going from chat interface now to autonomous agents and then soon to AGI. In this era, it's really important for companies to be experimenting, working, and a lot of the greatest innovations are coming from great engineers and technologists and smaller companies that are really close to customers and really close to the customer problem. And I think that's one of the core reasons that Suplari continues to be a leader in the field.